Hello, welcome to Bad Power Now to Me tries to feed endgame content. Today we are going to talk about two things, one major thing and one small thing. The major thing is that Pad Island returns, which is basically the beach rem. I actually didn't know it was called Pad Island. I don't even know if they changed the name. I always knew of it as the beach collab or summer collab is what I used to call it, but I think beach rem, beach summer Pad Island, you get it. Tropical, vacation, etc. That's coming back on Monday for a whole 2 weeks. However, I'm not starting this clicked into this Facebook announcement because there's one thing I want to go over really quick first, which is it came out directly before that announcement. Not October. Well, yes, there's October Quest. And for beating them, you get a beach Valkyrie. Beach Valkyrie. But we're not going to talk about that either. We're talking about this, which is new ultimate evolutions and upgrades. So we got some new evolutions. There's a data download this evening earlier, which you probably, if you logged into Pad at a few hours ago, you probably saw it. And that is evolution for Beach Fusion, for Kamimusubi, and for Amenominakunushi, and also Takamimusubi, but we don't care about her as much. So those four, bam, 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 bam. So we're gonna talk. Actually, I don't really want to talk about Takamimusubi because she's not really any much better. I guess I should show them though, just for fairness. But let me hop into PadX really quick and talk about them, and then we'll talk about the Beach Collab and what's new, new updates, brand new cards, etc. So let's hop into here. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Okay, I don't think it is. I think it's an appropriately volumed music. Maybe turn it down a little bit. Let's leave it. So let's take a look at the boring one first. No offense if you really like her. I just don't have any uses for her. She's not even in my favorites box. Where is she? Takamimusubi, where are you? Did I not evolve one? Oh, there's one. So the two new evolutions are in here. So here's one, bam. And 4 skill boost, that's pretty cool. 4 skill boost, double 7 combos. It's actually not a bad sub. Yeah, it's not bad. 3x orb move time and 3 turns of skill charge. Act skill is the same. Leader skill, 4x with 4 attributes, 5x when 5 6 orbs or less. Is that the same as the other one? 4x and 5x. Yeah, same as her other form. 4 skill boost is a good amount. It's actually pretty decent. This one is the leader one, I'm guessing, because it's unbindable. Only 1 second combo, unfortunately, and she looks actually really cool. I like how she looks. I didn't take too much to look at her art. I kind of prefer this one for some reason, art-wise. If you care about art, she can also, well, doesn't really matter. Now her leader skill is, was it different? 4x for 4, 6 for 5, 5x. I think this one is a stronger leader skill. Yeah, this one is 4 max of times 20. This one can get, that one can get 4 times 5. This one can get 6 times 5. So you can get times 30 with her. So that's Anubis level damage. So she's a rainbow and blah blah blah. When you have less orb on the board, it's better. That's what I meant by blah blah blah. Oh man. But I think if you had to make one, I don't think she's great as leader. She has no shielding, she has no recovery, she's all attack, but you might as well just use Anubis for that in that case. So that being said, I think I would prefer to use this one. This one's better. This is actually 4 skill boost if you don't have a Whale Door or a Tengu for some reason, even though they're both farmable. I know Whale Door doesn't come around that often, but you should be able to get a Tengu. But this has 4 skill boosts, so just because of that you could use her. Although, you know what, her active skill takes a long time to come up, so probably never going to come up if you put an inherit on top of her. She is double 7, so that's cool. And the 4 skill boost, will benefit the rest of your team. Fire double 7, if you don't have one, she's one. Let's talk about the slightly more exciting ones. Let's do Kamimusubi because she was first on the list in the Puzzle Dragon and Facebook thing. So she got 2 new evolutions as well. We'll talk about Fujin, by the way, when we talk about the beach. So we have here the first Kamimusubi form. This is the sub form, so there's 3 skill boosts she gained, I believe. 2 skill boost, and a 10 combo awakening, which by the way increases your attack by, doesn't say, it's ×5 if you weren't aware. Her art is wonderful. I love how she looks. However, you should probably make the other one. So this Kamimusubi, I believe, has the same leader skill as the previous one. Yes, Ethereal Origins. Active skill the same, so she basically got some better awakenings and probably more stats. This one is the one you probably will not want to make. She's best used if you're using a 7x6 leader because of the 10 combo awakening. It's very hard to get 10 combos on a 6x5 board naturally. I mean, it's like doable, but like it's most of the time not going to happen. So she won't be doing much damage. It's kind of like using Joyra as a sub on a 6x5 team, not going to output much damage, except Joyra has, you know, a better awakening, better active skill. The one you probably are going to want to make is the leader form. So unfortunately, she does not have 10 combo or 2 skill boost, but she has 1 7 combo awakening, which is cool. She's very pretty in this form. Looks like she's going to a wedding or something. I don't know. Purple Life Primordial Divinity. Cool. So her leader skill here is actually very reminiscent of the leader Yogg, in that now in addition to the addition is she gets a recovery boost when she's less of 79% HP or less. The other forms do not have a recovery boost, so when you are below your health threshold you want to be at, which is above 80% or above, when you're below that it'll be much easier for you to heal to full. Similar to Yogg. The max multiplier is the same in both forms. It's still 5 × 3.5, which is a tiny bit less than Yogg. I believe that ends up being like 17.5 or something like that. But you're going to want to make this one. By the way, in case you didn't know, one fun fact is that I don't know why I left that part. Dark Metatron was released with Kamimusubi and Amenominakunushi in Japan at the exact same time, but we did not get Dark Metatron, who is basically the next Yusuke, next SS tier monster beating out all other leaders, is Dark Metatron. So I mentioned that one because it's related in that she came out with these guys in Japan, and also because Kamimusubi is a good follow-up attack sub for Dark Metatron, who requires God types, but I'll talk about her when she comes out, which might be later. You know what, I actually think I might make this its own video, so if you stuck around this far, I'm going to do the beach stuff in the next video. And lastly, we're going to talk about Ameno. Where's my Ameno? Where is she? So this one I think is probably going to end up being, out of the stuff we got evolutions for, the best one, although I wouldn't say it's top tier. So first we got Subform, which has better awakenings, same leaders, actually different leader skill, same active skill. So she has a lot going on in her art now. She's like a, I don't know, almost looks like machine-y for some reason. So what she got was, she got a VDP. Wow, very different. She got a VDP and 2 killers, which is great, including a dragon killer, which is great for stuff like A3. Speaking of A3, that is what this Amano is going to be mostly used for as a leader for A3. It's basically a direct upgrade to the other one. Still very similar leader skill in 6x for light, 6x attack for light, 2x recovery for water. And now the best thing is that, or another, not the best thing, an update to the leader skill here is that it takes less light orbs to activate her. The previous form you needed 9 light orbs to get your max multiplier this of ×18. This one you only need 6 to get ×18. I'm actually, in terms of the minimum amount, it doesn't actually say what the minimum amount is on here and I can't remember, but I feel like the minimum amount here with the 5 linked orbs. The other form is 5 linked orbs for the minimum multiplier too. But I think the 2x here is higher than what the other one, whatever the amount for getting 5x on the previous form is. I think this 2x attack for 5 linked light orbs is higher than that. So this one's basically a direct upgrade, easier to activate, same multiplier, and with VDP and killers. So she's best used for Arena 1 through 3. She's not tanky enough as a leader to survive AA without bringing a bunch of shields, and you don't want to do that because she has no shielding component to her leader skill still or HP component. But she'll be great at clearing A3, especially with the VDP against like Noah Dragon, Zeus Dragon, and the Dragon Killers. In terms of team builds for her, it's probably going to be the same as your other Amano build, just use those. But she also is a pretty good sub now. If you need a water VDP for anything, she can make a tricolor board with hearts, great. And yeah, any VDP that has killers is great. I don't know too many Dragon Devil monsters. That's not a really common typing. And next we have this one. This one is very beautiful. And let's see, she got some skill boost, it appears, and a super follow-up attack, which is kind of random. So no more what do you call it, damaging awoken skills for this one, but she gets super follow attack, which doesn't really matter. I don't really recommend using those generally. And there's plenty of good light / water follow-up attackers. Same active skill. Her leader skill is actually much different. So she's 1.5 to all stats for both water and light attributes. So she became a tank leader. Orb move time plus 2 seconds, nice, makes it easier to move. And attack increase with 5 plus linked orbs up to 9x. And that 9x, I actually don't know the minimum amount for. It's either 8 or 9 orbs, something like that. Right? Let me see if it's on Z. Let me look it up real quick, see if I can tell you. So yeah, 9 orbs. 9x at 9 orbs. So kind of similar to the old one, you have to get 9 linked light orbs for your max multiplier. I believe the other one is 9. It's either 9 or 8. The old form of Amano. So this one, the attack multiplier is less. 1.5 times 9 is only times... I should be able to do this in my head, I just don't feel like doing it. Don't come after me. 13.5x. The other forms both have 18x, but I think it's because you have higher HP in this form. This amount of HP is akin to running like... what's a good one? Yusuke type HP. What else? So this form is actually, if you're running stuff that's with her that's not A1 to A3, this one is better for tackling stuff like Altrina and A4, harder endgame content, because she is tanky, which is a requirement now for teams these days to be able to live bigger hits, because monsters just hit harder with preemptives in endgame. That being said, if you already have stuff like Yusuke and like, I don't know, Frasca, Yusuke, they're all going to deal with like AA better than this Amano. Not that she can't do it, but role leaders are a little more clunky to use, and you have to get, you know, freaking 9 orbs to get her max multiplier, and it's not as high of a multiplier as a Yusuke. So basically, if you have Yusuke, you might as well just use him, and I would probably recommend making this form. This one is more of a toss-up. It kind of depends on if you have other good leaders or not, and what you want to use her for. This one, great for A1 to A3. The other one, for all other endgame content. For the other one, if you have better leaders for endgame content than her, you should probably just be using those. So I would lean more towards making this one, assuming you have, you know, other meta leaders, especially if you have Dark Metatron. Just, you know, make this one. You don't need... Dark Metatron will blow other endgame content out of the water. So that is the 3 new evolutions. I'm going to talk about Fujin again in the beach video, so that's going to come out, you know, directly after this one. So stick around for that, and let me know which of these guys you're excited to use and excited to try, which forms you're going to make. For me, again, I'd recommend, and this is what I'm going to do, Kamimusubi, the DX form, the leader form, and for Amano, the VDP form for me. Although for Kami, you most definitely want to make the leader one. The other sub one is not really great for anything. For Amano, it's more of a toss-up. Depends what you want to use her for. And Takamimusubi, we don't really care. Anyways, that's going to be for this video, and I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be a beach review, beach collab review, new stuff, should you roll, etc, etc. So I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.